go. Okay. Hello, world, and welcome to Snap Together Saturday. Today, I am building the Zoids RX-028 Blade Liger AB. Is a big boy. It's going to be about the same size as the Genobreaker I built last year. And obviously, it's the Blade Liger is the counterpart to the Genobreaker. So yeah, box is basically the same size, little narrower in the vertical, the girth thickness, but same length and width, so just slightly different height. Which means inside we have quite a few sprues. I will not beat around the bush because I'm gonna have to do some setup for this anyway. So let's just get into it here. Here's the box. It's out of focus, out of frame rather. We're gonna take a look-see. Got us a lot of frames. A lot of frames. Manual down here. Sticker sheet. Oh boy. So there's no way I'm gonna be able to fit all these in one picture, like last time. I'll take a picture of all of them anyway, but actually, well, I guess I don't have a choice if I need to. I need to have them arranged, so just get started on whipping these out. Picture of the box contents. This for posterity. How many frames does it come with? Tell me. Eventually. That's how much it costs for replacements. Okay. A1, A2, B, C, D, 2D, 4E, FG1. H, I, variant I's, J, K, L, goes all the way to Y, then some polycap parts, okay. Gonna get your ASMR workout here as always as I open these bags. 2, 3, 4, 6, 10, 11, 12, whatever. I'll sort them out as I go. These are both O. Yes, they are both O. My stand organizer is not doing great. I mean, it's not a actual stand organizer, it's just a wire rack that I've put down here, but it's serving the purpose. E. Let's see. 3, 4, 6. Let's make this easier. Looks like something for the legs. And then the blades, obviously. The blades of the Blade Liger. And some jaw pits. Oh. polycaps in the bag. All polycaps can stay in the bags. L. L. I apologize, this part is not the most interesting. I promise I'll get into the build soon. Just gotta get all this sorted out. Polycaps can stay. Okay, I've got the choice between clear or orange parts for the cockpit. I will go with orange. I think it looks better. Okay, we got some springs. This rubbery bit. Kind of only this. Hold on to that for a minute. P. Wait a minute. The rest of my numbering here. L. So J should go here. Have to get a better screw organizer than this. I apologize for the tedium that you can't see. Using a wire shelf attempting to use a wire shelf as an organizer. It's not going great. The gaps are a bit too wide for the frames. So let's try to see what I can do here. J, K. These are P, M, N, O, P. Getting closer. Big one, A2 and A1. Okay, good. These are the easy ones. What is it between H1 and A2, I wonder? Not sure why it would be on two different frames here. There's nothing in common. I guess maybe it's just too big. I don't know. Frame designation here. I don't see a D. 2D. What's B look like? Polycaps. Polycaps. I'm missing something here. Let's see. F. Missing B, I feel like.
Verdicts scribe. I see we're still at parts inventory.
That is correct. It's a bit of a big kit here. So I am trying to organize stuff in my organizer here, which is just a wire rack trying to take take inventory as you said. A1, A2, B, C, D, E, F should go here. Gotta make sure I got everything. And more because like my experience with the first Zoids kit was that they will jump all over the place in terms of frame utilization. So gotta have everything out and ready to go, or else I'll just be floundering for it when I do need it. Okay, these ones are very big. N G1 and G2, I assume. Oh, there's B. Okay. I was looking for B. Okay. It's gonna be tricky to contend within here. It's properly shaped, but let's deal with it. Wait, that's P. Over here. These are M. Yeah. M. N. O. And there's P. And that should follow Q. S. Where's R? Let's see for R. Where's this R? This is T. Do I have an R? P, Q, yeah, 4 R's. Oh, are some of these,
Verdicts scribe. That's quite a view.
Sorry, I don't know if you're Was it my butt? I'm sorry. I apologize if it was showing my butt. Try not to. There. I didn't even think about that. If I flashed my audience, I sincerely apologize. Okay, these are R. I know these parts say Shield Liger, which, I mean, doesn't surprise me because it's the Blade Liger is just half the Shield Liger upgraded, so. Okay. P. Q. R. S. This is T. Oh, these are U. U. V. Okay, W, X, and Y. All right. X and Y. Alrighty. Plus these bits that I'm not going to take out right now because I will lose them. All right. Let's get a picture of all this. Put some box down here. Before I really get into this, for the sake of continuity, for the sake of insurance, I'm going to take pictures of all my frames laying flat, so give me a minute to do that, a few minutes to do that. And then we can finally get started. For real. Rig for a minute. So working again? Okay. See what I'm up to here.
Verdicts scribe. That's quite a V of the lens cap.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I fixed it. I should probably not hold my knife while I do this.
Verdicts scribe. LOL, SOK. Also chat lag is just a bit.
Yeah, it seemed to be coming up. I mean, not much I can do about it, but I noticed I'd already fixed it by the time you said anything, but yeah. It's not awful, I guess. I can't do much about it anyway. I might actually be able to fit all these on the table.
Verdicts scribe. About 15 seconds.
That's not bad. I've definitely had worse. After I get everything organized, I've got to put it on the table again, then put it back in the rack. I might just, I don't know. I'll figure something out to do with all this stuff. I don't really think the wire rack organizer was working very well anyway. P Q R. One thing that Bandai does that I like that Kotobukiya for some reason is not doing is all the frames of the same color, same material and color will be, sequential. It's like A, B, C, and D will all be blue, E, F, and G will all be gray, and so on. Kotobukiya for some reason is not doing that. I don't know if there's some rhyme or reason to that. See if I can get some extra room here. I might be able to fit all these on the table at once. Wouldn't that be a miracle?
Verdicts scribe. Behold, parts.
Indeed. There's a reason this is a part 1. I am not getting this all done tonight. X and Y, okay. And then the extra bits. Extra titty bits. I'll get those in a minute. I'm not coming out of the bag anyway. Alright, now that that's all set up, what do I actually need to start with? G, Q, A2, S. Another thing I like that Bandai does that Kotobukiya is not, is the instructions will tell you what frames you need for each, section. This one is not doing that. You realize if they did. Anyway. Alright, G1, A2. No. G, A2, Q, T, S. one in a minute. Looks like that's the other half of the head. But for now, I'll put you away. Any bee? Doesn't look like I see any bee in here. I'm gonna write this down. 1A2 G1 Q S T OP polycaps A1 P A2I okay. Let's see inventory here. Let's do A1, A2. B, C, D. Can get out of here. E can get out of here. F out of here. G1 I do need. Which one is G1? These are R, which I do not need. G1, this one. Okay. G1, I. Then I'll do anything until O, H, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Don't need J or K. I do need L, did I say, or is it M? No, there's nothing L. Wait a minute, can both go. That's R. What's the cockpit? How am I not going to need that? Let me do something again here. Maybe it's not the cockpit. Can't think of everything else is clear orange on here. Maybe it's an alternate piece. Oh, it's for Shield Liger. Let me look at the directions here. For M. Oh, okay, I'll need the small bits on here. Okay. So the canopy on here, it's the clear orange one. So the canopy on here, first of all, this piece says it's for the Shield Liger, Shield Liger, and it's the directions. It says the canopy is not used, only these small bits here are used, so that's why that's not being used right now. I think those go on the legs anyway. What's this? Okay. N. I do need O. I said I need O, yeah. O, P, Q. O, P, Q. Don't need L. T, and my polycaps. Okay. U, V, W, X, and Y. All right. After 50 minutes, we can actually get to the build. Let's put my camera back up here. Okay. Finally. This wood core right now either. Just note that I'm building a head. Alrighty. Let's get to some actual building. And while I'm building, I'll put on some entertainment for myself. Some YouTube.
They say time heals all wounds, and after one long year, I can safely say that I'm healed from Cyclotron 2. In 2022, Connor and I embarked on an epic cycle across Hokkaido, from Japan's most northern point, raising money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation, and While it was tough, we successfully completed the journey and raised over $300,000 along the way. For me personally, it was the absolute highlight of the year, and I think it was for Connor as well.
We did it. Oh my God, it's like my dad giving me a hug.
So giddy from that success, we instantly threw ourselves into a sequel, Cyclothon 2, just 6 months later, this time in Kyushu, with a longer journey and the aim of hopefully raising $500,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. However, unlike the thoroughly enjoyable cycle across Hokkaido's many plains, this time not only did we face a much more brutal mountainous route, but some genuinely horrific weather conditions that absolutely sucked the fun out of the whole thing. Like, it was really tough, and I don't think we really captured that on stream or even in this video that I'm going to share with you now. It was relentless, and Connor fell off his bike and injured his leg along the way. Unlike the first cyclothon that kind of finished with this great big celebratory spirit, this one ended and I think we were kind of broken. I remember Connor went off for a project, I went off a mile away, and we kind of just didn't want to. I didn't want to talk about it that much. I was just like, it was a thing. Despite raising $500,000 for charity and doing this amazing thing. Like, I wasn't myself. When I went past that halfway mark, mountain after mountain, rain after rain, I really was broken, shattered, and I just didn't feel like I was myself, right? In hindsight, it really wasn't the best idea to undertake this big cyclothon, then plough head first into another one 6 months later. And that's no one's fault, absolutely no one's fault. But after undertaking something so big, you do need a gap to sit back, reflect, and sort of recover, and maybe I didn't have that, maybe I felt like I wasn't prepared. But for all these reasons, I felt like releasing this video was never really a priority. When I make something I'm not proud of, 100%, I drag my heels or I just don't release it outright. And yet when Paul, who painstakingly filmed this whole cycle and edited it over many weeks, sent me the final cut of the video to do narration, I actually realised that what I saw on screen seemed very far from the story and the narrative that I'd told myself about how the cycle had actually gone. I realised that I probably had been a bit too harsh on myself. And I am immensely proud to have been a part of this, to do it alongside a really good friend like Connor, who I'm grateful for coaxing me into doing this. But it was an epic journey with many ups and downs, and I'm delighted to share it with you guys now, on the cusp of undertaking our third mega cycle, this time across Honshu. And this time I feel prepared, even though it absolutely promises to be our toughest journey yet. So sit back, grab the popcorn and a bucket of Coca-Cola and bear witness for Cyclothon 2. 9 days all around the island of Kyushu, and the end point of Cyclothon 2 is pretty close to the starting point of Cyclothon 3. Speaking of which, I better get going, it starts tomorrow. Enjoy the video, guys. As always, many thanks for watching. Enjoy. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Fukuoka. We're standing here in front of the majestic Fukuoka Tower, 234 metres tall, the greatest seaside tower in all of Japan by height. But we didn't come here because we wanted to start in front of a famous Fukuoka landmark. We came here because of this, McDonaldo.
And here is your iced coffee, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Connor.
Good morning. You ready to cycle?
I kind of am. I'm a little bit wary of the weather,
Yes, I did.
but I'm feeling optimistic.
I think we'll crush it. It'll be a fun day as well.
And we've got about 100 kilometres today, right? Have you been working out? Because these look really tight, don't
They were always this tight. What are you talking about? That's how they were made.
they? Were they?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Let's get on our bikes. Come on, fuck off.
So we are using the same bikes as last time. Mine's a Sabelli, Connor's is a futuristic Cannondale Superbike.
Yeah, the lights actually don't charge.
Last time, what was it you had an app? It was like, my bike can be controlled by app. And then the app broke and then the lights broke.
Yeah, and also the
future
battery doesn't charge, so I only have like an hour of light.
The future's here, and it doesn't work very well. How long is this cycling? I don't know how long the cycle is. 8 days? 9 days?
Yeah, it's around 900 kilometers total.
What?
Yeah,
That's like 200 kilometres more than the last one.
150.
That's quite far.
Yeah, it's quite far.
I haven't worked out in like 3 months.
Unless you told me you're generally more fit, so it should be.
On paper I'm more fit. This is a scary thing. I don't know how fit I am right now. It's either going to be great with the chest boxing and the last cycle and the spa race, or it's going to be very bad because I spent 2 months in the UK eating like bacon and sausages, and I don't know how it's going to go. Alright, famous last words, but Connor is streaming the whole thing live, so next time he falls off the bike, we'll get some great shots of that. And it's all for charity, the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
You jinxed it there.
It's all for a good cause. Check them out in the description, description box below, guys, and donate away.
Or donate plasma if you can't donate money.
But I guess it's time to get going. Wacky Weekend Cycle, take 2, let's go! Do you know which brake is which? right is
This
the
one's
front.
the right one's always the front. Do I know which brake is which?
First things first, we're going to get out of Fukuoka City. And he's away, look at him go. I don't like cycling through cities because you've got to navigate the cars and try not to get run over by a BMW. Oh, Fukuoka's really beautiful. It's by the sea, it's by hundreds of islands. It's almost borderline subtropical. A world away from Hokkaido when we started the last cycle. Well, I feel a lot better this time around. I've got my handlebars and my bike seat at the right level, and my legs actually feel good now. Last time we did the cycle, Connor was like, look at your legs, they're awful. Look at my legs, they're like pistons.
My legs are the best piston legs in all of pistons.
Top trump legs. Can't we just stop here and sit on the beach and have a beer? Fukuoka's the first major city we're going through on this trip. We're also going through Nagasaki, Kagoshima,
Lower jaw
Beppu,
done.
and Kitakyushu. Kill me now.
Dear oh dear, scarcely out of Fukuoka, and I'm already craving my first snack of the day.
The ingredients are oats, peanut butter, sugar, raisins,
S18.
and a little bit of love.
I think it's going to stop raining. I took the coat off, it's annoying. I sound like a Tesco's fucking plastic bag. That was the world's shittest reveal.
It's been very flat today so far. Nice little warm up. But we're finally on the edge of Fukuoka. Hopefully, things will get less stressful now. It's like weaving in and out of cars, right? It really takes a lot of energy. It's like Tetris, but risking your fucking life.
As one does.
We've got about 10 kilometres to lunch, but we found a steak restaurant, so that's all the motivation I need to finish off the next part of the cycle. Look at this, guys. We're here with a massive amount of steak. I was going to order 200 grams, and then Connor was like, 300 grams, kudasai. And I was like, no, I can't have him, let him have more than me. So I got the same amount. So look at that, 300 grams of steak, big slabs there, of juicy local sago beef.
This is good. This is very good.
So we've got 55 kilometres left to go, right?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? First day.
Tired.
We're in a little mum and pop style shop, and on the thrones of King Henry VIII himself, imported from the UK.
I don't know if some of the reviews dared even question their quality. This is great
At least
meat.
the reviews were good.
Yeah, some people said the meat was too tough. Maybe
Right.
if I had baby teeth, it would be.
One review was,
Great.
it was so good even my wife loved it. What does that mean? You let her out the cage or something?
Maybe you wrote that from the future. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what they've done to these carrots, but those are the juiciest carrots I've ever had in my life. Try it. I'm serious.
It's a carrot.
No, it's the most juicy, most delectable, flavorful carrot in existence. I think that Chris should have to donate $10 to charity for every single energy jelly that he eats.
I'd go bankrupt in about 45 minutes. Game over.
I think he had on average like 5 a day.
I'll finish the cycle, my accountant will be like, sorry, your bank seems to have just gone.
It's wrong. We can't do transfers of those size. It's illegal. We need a fraud check.
I do think we should do some challenges though, where we have to donate money.
What do you want to? What challenges do you want to do?
Press up challenge.
Okay. Well, what do you?
Who can do the most press ups?
13.
Why? Isn't that all you do?
Raw masculinity.
Chris was like, for his boxing, he did no training of any substance. It was just all push-ups.
And I still won, didn't I? The arrogance of man.
Having failed to lure Connor into my push-up competition, we suddenly trade Japan's luscious rice fields for the red brick buildings of the Netherlands. As we arrive at Japan's biggest theme park, House 10 Boss.
We made it to the Netherlands. And there is what Connor. It feels like a different day to what we started, given it was like
Murky,
crappy weather. Now it's blue skies, a different country. This is the largest theme park in Japan. It's basically just the Netherlands built to scale.
I'm sure we got to go in, but we have to leave.
I've had to go in tomorrow morning, there might be some time. But we came here on Journey Across Japan and I was blown away by it. There's no rides, but you can cycle around it, and they've like built the whole area using bricks from the Netherlands in both directions.
No rides, just cycling. It's true to the Netherlands.
Exactly. But this was the real ride today, and we made $50,000.
$51,000 on day one, which is monumental.
Thank you so much, guys.
You guys crushed it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
On the chat. Not you.
Well, you guys didn't do
You didn't do it. You're watching this in the future.
It's
So I'm sure many of you watching this.
7:22.
will hear it.
You get the dual experience. It's a better experience.
Tomorrow's our shortest day, so
Yeah, I mean, we might have actually time to go if we get it
we're
ready.
doing it. We're going there. We're going to Disneyland. I mean, the Netherlands.
Oh, so good. Apparently, there's 1 million tulips in this bloody park. And now we know where the $55 ticket price went. It went towards all of these tulips. Why not spend money on good rides and roller coasters, not plants and flowers that die? Honestly, they do smell nice though. 112 metres, Connor, the Tower of Utrecht. What do you think? Give us your thoughts.
It's kind of. I mean, it's a building.
It's to scale. Look at it. There's a fucking boat behind you. Look.
That's cool. Why though?
He's
Just
so
why?
underwhelmed.
Why all of this?
Because it's Holland. It's like Netherlands, isn't it? I got destroyed last time I called this place Holland.
You said
Because like Holland's a part of the Netherlands. Right?
yeah, it's North
Don't make that mistake. The people of the Netherlands, they'll come for you. The Dutch will come for you.
You zoom in on my dick with my hand.
Meanwhile, we're streaming live.
We are streaming live
Connor's
this entire time.
very tight underwear.
I would have made this out of styrofoam.
And it would have fallen down.
That would have been epic.
Connor's theme park. What are the rides
Okay,
going to be?
okay. Imagine you come to my theme park, right, and there's a 1% chance on any given day that a random structure will collapse in a safe manner. I think it's fun.
I don't share your vision for this theme park.
Okay, well, I thought it'd be fun.
House ten Bosch means house in the forest, despite the park being nowhere near a forest, nestled on the shores of Sasebo City. The theme park has faithfully reconstructed every facet of life in the Netherlands, from architectural wonders and windmills to charming canals and, of course, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs like Amsterdam, innit? Yeah. And after a quick trip to the souvenir store to snap up some keyrings and a book about a stegosaurus, the fun is well and truly over, as Connor and I head back to our bikes to get day 2 of this epic nightmare underway. And away we go to Nagasaki City.
I haven't got my shoes on.
And he's not wearing his shoes.
I'm not wearing my right shoes.
Important to remember it was day 2 of the cycle last time when Connor fell off the bike. Let's see if we're going to have a repeat of that today.
All right, now we can actually go.
The coastline of Nagasaki is nothing short of stunning, with its many islands, inlets and coves. But little do I know that this day is the last pleasant day of the cycle before things start to go horribly wrong. Had I known that this would be the end of the beginning, I might have tried to...
Excuse me.
Holy fuck, this is beautiful.
Look at the size of the mansion over there.
Yeah.
It'll be your future home.
That doesn't like the, this is where you start the mission to assassinate whoever lives in there. Your mission is to assassinate the man living in that building.
Oh, that's the joke. These are the moments that make the cycle, right? Like the scenery, the views.
This is why sometimes cycling across Japan is the best way.
It is.
You get to see this. You can't just stop your car and pull up.
Oh, there is it.
I like how the one time Chris zooms off ahead, it's because he knows lunch is within reach. Hopefully it's good. An Italian restaurant in the middle of nowhere. Let's see.
A nice, healthy salad. That's all we've ordered today to see us through. This cycle's about health, fitness, well-being. And we definitely haven't ordered any massive pizzas. Look at that corner. 3 kinds of cheese, no less. Beautiful, delicious, tasty pizza.
There's way too much oil on there. It doesn't look like America is about to invade. Is it good?
Cool. What do you got?
Nothing.
You spoke too soon.
Right.
Oh, it's not for you.
It's not for me. Margarita is handmade for 10 years.
Delicious. I love my pizza. Oh. So cheesy and delicious.
I love pizza. If only I could have some.
On a scale of 1 to sunstroke, I feel really fucked up. Because it's so hot today, like the sun's blaring down on us. Cycling that kind of sunlight really takes it out of you.
Yeah, waiting for my margarita pizza really takes it out of you. It really does.
You can watch me eat
Oh,
my
I'm watching 3 people eat pizzas. This is so criminal.
Hey.
Holy shit, that looks amazing.
Friendship tax.
I've been mugged off in this trade, for sure. My pizza's definitely better.
The good thing was that pizza was so oily, it's filled me with enough calories to see me all the way through to Nagasaki. No problems.
I'm trying to land this bit right here. It's
It's
tricky.
way harder than I thought it would be. It's like the shortest day with 65 kilometres, but we've had hill after hill after hill, and it really takes it out of you. Combined with the sunlight and the dehydration and the heat stroke, it's not been easy.
There we go.
But we're on the home straight into Nagasaki.
to the Peace Memorial Park.
As we power on ahead, 10 kilometres to the finish line, I whip out my secret nutritionally balanced weapon to see me through to victory. A bag of Haribo.
Haribo macht Kinder froh und Erwachsene liefern so.
How do you know that?
Some multilingual.
You're not. Did you drop your drugs on the floor? There's like a perfect packet of drugs on the floor.
What? So Walter White's fucking sales.
So it is the finest cocaine.
Here's my cocaine. Haribo. Since 1922.
I'm here on a bike, slowly going towards the camera, at a speed of maybe 20 kilometers per hour. I'm tired, I'm hot,
All
I'm
right.
fucking hungry.
Got the
But you know what?
outline of a head here.
We've raised something like $70,000, so it's kind of worthwhile. $81,000. So it's all been worthwhile. All the pain, all the suffering. I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad. Look at that.
Oh, we got here just for 5 p.m.
Made it just in time for 5 o'clock.
We did.
The
Okay,
Peace
off
Memorial
from the
Park
S and Q
statue.
frames.
Huge.
Did it. And not only are we here, but $100,000 raised.
$100,000 raised for charity.
What an incredible backdrop to hit such a fantastic
It's
target.
crazy.
Oh my God.
I'm dead.
The,
I'm
the
dead.
hills
That
getting
hill.
to Nagasaki were joke levels.
This- that
Literally,
one hill.
just round the back there is like a vertical hill.
It was
and
like, yeah, very, very
crushed down
intense.
our energy. But look at that. One hand pointing towards the future, I think, for future generations, and the other one pointing
Cut it out
upwards
neatly.
to sort of act as a warning against nuclear war. Because of the bomb coming from above.
Very poignant.
Yeah, well, it's very visually striking, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. You know, normally memorials are quite tame and
Mm,
dimmed down, but this
Oh, that's
is,
11.
I mean, it stands out.
absolutely.
It's awesome.
It's good to be
Holy
back.
shit.
Back in Nagasaki after almost 2 years to the day that I was here. So
My first time ever. It's beautiful so far. Too many hills, though.
As a reward for reaching an incredible $100,000 for charity on day 2 alone, we decide to treat the viewers to one of the top 3 scenic city views in all of Japan.
And 11.
Connor didn't believe me
11, okay.
when I told him this was one of the top 3 views in Japan, along with Kobe and Hakodate.
I was tired. I was ready to go back, take a bath, but I think it's worth the detour to go and see a view like
Well, I
this.
think
Especially a sunset.
absolutely.
This
Having
is so good.
raised $100,000 today, this is your reward. This
This is a beautiful
incredible
world.
view.
This is a beautiful world.
Got the bridge, the docks,
It's great.
city, the islands over there, Gunkanjima, Battleship Island. You can just about make it out in the distance, the concrete buildings.
It is crazy. This is like so cool.
Stunning. If you want the best view in Japan, come to Nagasaki.
I don't think you have to come here if you come to Nagasaki. This is definitely worth it. Although we drove up. Definitely drive up.
Yeah, don't cycle up there.
100% right.
you will die. Like really, yeah, you will die. You'll die.
I think you died. Cardiac arrest. 100% guarantee.
But what a view to die at.
Well, the view of Nagasaki from 300 metres above may be a real treat. Attempting to escape the city while battling through the morning traffic is anything but, as we brace ourselves for a very long journey ahead
Yes.
on day 3.
3, 8,
The thing that scares me
9.
about Nagasaki is getting out of it, because it's surrounded by huge mountains on all sides, and how the dickens do we get through the mountain?
We'll be alright. We'll be fine.
I saw the map today, it was like a small gradient of 200 metres.
That was the old route. The new
Right.
route, we've kind of avoided
Oh,
that.
oh,
It'll be
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Come on,
sure.
get on the bike.
All right,
Let's go.
away we go. Why do the people of Nagasaki not spend any money on their roads? Some of the worst roads I've ever cycled on here in Japan. Very bumpy.
My ass to be heard. We're
it's got a
permanently
double seat.
stuck behind these buses.
So we're
Wait, that's not
almost,
what's right, never
almost out of Nagasaki. Quite possibly the hardest start we've had to a day so far, because not only are there pretty big hills and mountains to conquer, but Nagasaki has a lot of traffic. How you feeling?
Dead.
Dead.
Don't talk to me. I'm dying.
Munching on a cereal bar.
It's so good. And I'm sniffling. I can't stop sniffling.
Hay fever.
Yeah, probably.
Me
No,
too.
I'm getting killed by it. And then we had that hill. It's a joke. Well, at least I'm warm now.
Right, I put
Q,
the heart
1,
rate
and
monitor on.
4.
My heart rate is 98, 99, 100, 101, 100. 100, that's not very good. Did you watch the POV, You've Been Murdered by Me stream?
No.
I was just beating the camera. I feel like I'd murdered you. Connor's directions leave a lot to be desired.
It's like, is it left or right? He's like, go inwards, upwards, westwardly, downwards, then twice. It's like,
Tomorrow onwards, you're directing us. As I'm tired
we've
of
gone
being
round in
accused.
circles around Nagasaki. Go inwards. What does that mean, go inwards?
So I heard someone say, or I read on Reddit, that if anybody's watching Shogun, the FX series, based on the novel, I've seen bits of it because my folks are watching it. But anyway, if anyone's seen Shogun, the American protagonist sounds like Connor, or Chris's impression of Connor. And once you've heard it, you can't unhear it. Or Connor's impression of Chris, one of the two. Either way, it's very much resembling of that. Okay, that should be all the pieces I need. The front and sides of the jaw, the two seats, the gray bit on the front of the nose, and the bit on the back, and then this bit. Okay. Yep, 8 pieces, okay.
Having fought our way gallantly through traffic and mountains, it's the perfect time for the chain on my bike to snap, completely and utterly fucking our day.
Oh dear, we got our first disaster of the trip. My chain is buggered. Like a piece of the chain is just sort of snapped in half, so the chain is broken. We need to try and find another one. And of course, it had to happen in a very remote part of Nagasaki Prefecture. Bugger.
Fortunately, it's Ian to the rescue as he disappears on a side quest to the nearby hardware store to grab a magic tool that can seemingly resurrect my broken bike chain.
Can surgery on a bike be done live?
Well done, Ian. Saved the day with his wrench.
That was literally pliers, not wrench.
Yes. Yes. Well done. It's obviously a temporary fix. We'll have to replace the chain, but for now, should be good to go. Well done, Ian. If you're ever doing a cycle across Japan, get yourself an Ian. On every shelf in Essex.
With the bike chain repaired and the wind in my hair once again, we're off on our epic adventure, except we're not, because almost immediately the bike chain snaps in half once again. Okay, now it's time to worry.
So we got the chain sort of back on, then we hit a hill straight away that stressed it, unfortunately, and it buggered again, so we need a new chain. It's the point of the chain where it starts and finishes, so maybe that's why, but I don't know. We'll find out. There's no better way to get over a broken chain than itchy goes strawberry cider. Beautiful. Connor's been bullying me. He says the chain broke because I'm big.
Yeah, I heard it's 100 kilogram limit.
Yeah, I said 82 kilograms, mate. Which I realised, Connor's 80 kilograms, right? Now, the entire time I've known Connor, I've been like 85 kilograms, he's been like 77. But we're at the dangerous point where I'm going to be fitter than Connor soon.
Not even possible.
And then I can bully you the same way you bullied me once
Seen the
for
way
2
you eat.
years.
There's no way you'll ever be thinner than me.
How do you have to learn that?
Oh, I'll take that.
I think by the end of this meal, you're going to be a few kilograms heavier. Try it.
No. I only have 3 pieces.
4.
No, there's 3.
4.
That's one big one, you can't
Oh,
see
the boy that can't count. I'll trade you some lettuce for a bit of chicken.
it. No shot.
So we just got a message from Ian. He says, cheers, I'm on my way. But he's not told us if the bike is fixed or
I'm
not.
assuming it's good.
Yeah, the fact that he said nothing else kind of makes me seem optimistic. Fingers crossed. If this bike chain's not fixed, we're in big trouble.
So, I went to the bike shop, and they said, or the sports shop, and they said the guy who fixes chains won't be until 1:30. So I thought we did it myself.
A round of applause for him. Well done, Ian.
It's starting to rain. Couldn't do much better.
Look at his hands! Look at this!
Looks like Ian went down a coal mine.
Down the road.
Thank you so much, Ian. How many hours are we into the cycle today? 4. And we've done how many kilometres?
14.
Oh dear. We're only 4 hours behind schedule. What could possibly go wrong?
How's the chicken?
Don't say that.
It is amazing, right?
Too hot to eat, actually.
It's so good.
It's not that, pal. I want that pea. Here's this one. It's like hotter than the sun, that chicken. You have a good mouth.
Phrasing.
Fueled up on chicken, burgers, and excitement. We're good. See you later. Oh, crap. What a day so far. The chain broke, it started to rain. It's been hill after hill. And we might miss our ferry. But apart from all that, it's been a great day.
All right, let's put this head
And
together.
we're currently about 2 hours behind schedule. Shit.
Now, not only is it a race against the clock to catch the last ferry of the day, but it's a race against God, or whoever made this damn treacherous topography, as we pedal headfirst into our first major mountains of the trip.
Oh my god, this hill killed me. Connor and I cycling up the biggest hill we might have ever faced.
I think this is by far the biggest continuous, like, actually the incline. The incline is just so hard. Even walking up it, I'm knackered.
It's might be harder than the first cycle, actually.
We didn't have an incline like this on the first one.
No, the
for this
incline,
long.
we've had to walk a good, 500 metres up the road. I'm also a bit worried about my chain, it's still a bit dodgy, but the end is in sight, about another 200 metres, and then I'm guessing it's all downhill.
If it isn't, I'm having a word with nature. I'm having a word with the manager of God.
With every downward stretch punctuated with another mountain, Connor and I are fighting hard to make it to the ferry. At this point, we're practically more piston than man. It's a brutal stretch, but the pain and the perseverance pay off. As we make it into port, quite literally as the ferry is preparing to depart.
Connor, you got a fan behind you.
What?
Just sat down over it.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that guy.
It's a miracle, guys. Against the odds, we have made it to the ferry. We made it with about 90 seconds to spare. Look, they're literally just sealing the boat at the back, putting the rope in place. Fuck me. If we'd missed this ferry, it would have been like a disaster. We'd have to have just given up probably, because you'd have to drive all the way around the sea, maybe like 4 or 5 hours or something. But anyway, what a view. Mount Unzem, an incredible volcano, but a naughty volcano. It did erupt and it destroyed a lot of homes. There's a place in the city where you can see all the houses that got hit by the volcanic eruption, by the pyroclastic flow and the lava. Maybe we'll come back one day under better circumstances, but a nice view, and now we've got about an hour ferry ride, and then we can die. There's a place in Japan where the locals feed the seagulls. An awful lot of seagulls, that's a lot. Ship-shaped Bristol fashion. 1 hour across the sea to Kumamete, the land of the hills and the grotto. But we've decided to end today's cycle at the ferry port on the other side, thank fuck.
I feel knackered. I feel absolutely exhausted.
Are you dehydrated?
I'm dehydrated.
Are you salty?
Salty, and I'm about to be more salty when I give my snacks to these seagulls.
It's like Himalayan rock salt coming out of him.
I smell so bad, they won't even go near me.
I'm going to buy Connor a seagull for his birthday.
And with that ended the worst day of the entire trip. It couldn't possibly get any worse. Oh wait, fuck.
Well,
Famous
guys,
last
we've had
words.
an amazing cycle. We've cycled 3 days. We've raised $130,000 for charity. But the cyclothon is at an end. We've had a good run. That's the end of it now, right, Connor? It's,
I wish it was the end of it.
except it's not. It's raining so hard all day. Fuck. Look at this.
Can't get this rear
I'm
seat
in like
in.
4 layers. I look like a hitman sent to assassinate a dictator. I hate rain. I hate cycling in rain. This was supposed to be the good day. We might just be the first cyclist to ever drown without going into any body of water today.
We're not meant to do this. Normal cyclists would just give up. And we don't have a choice.
Why don't we raise 130,000? We go to a casino, put it all on red. We can double it potentially.
Go on, chat. This chat wants that. We'll do it.
Flawless
I have
plan.
a feeling that they want more entertainment. You know the best thing about this is
Nothing.
you could piss yourself and it won't make a difference.
Fantastic. Swings and roundabouts. Take the good with the bad.
In fact, it will warm you up. It will
We
be
have a self-motivational tape. We've got a, you can piss yourself. You can shit yourself. It's great. Let's do it.
so next to
There we go. Okay.
Piss yourself. Oh my god, practically no sooner had we headed off before my feet started to feel like they were full of buckets of water. This is really not going to be a good day, is it?
I can't think of a single thing It's worse than this right now.
What a horrible day. So because we got to battle our way through the rain, we've actually made a new record, I think. 20 kilometres in 1 hour.
It's very good pace.
Yeah.
It does help that the roads are just flat.
It's flat, but there are a lot of puddles, and it's definitely harder cycling in the rain. The tyres don't grip the ground as well, I feel. But, yeah, pretty proud of that. Pretty happy.
I definitely could piss myself and it wouldn't make a difference. Right now, I'm
Still smell just as bad.
I got smell worse than the countryside. It smells like dead fish and shit. Why does it stink so much?
Connor was like, the fish are drowning. Yeah.
And what I meant was like, you know, when the fish, the rivers overflow and the fish go on, you fuck off.
Away we go again! No sooner have we hit the road in the most traumatic weather conditions possible, things quickly go from bad to worse when Connor has his first appointment with the tarmac.
Ow! Fuck! Well, it's very slippery today, and I went onto the path because it looked safer. That was a mistake. There's just no grip on any of the path.
Do you think it'll be okay once it's cleared up? There's no like permanent pain in your leg?
No, it's fine. Awesome. I'm fine.
Yeah. Director's cut, literally. The director's cut. Oh. What are you thinking?
I think it's the one thing we didn't want to happen.
We're doing really well today, actually. We've almost done 45 kilometres in about 2 hours, which is like a record for us, right?
That's pretty good.
The rain is a powerful motivator. Some people are going too fast, clearly.
I wasn't going too fast.
He's going really well. He's going ahead of me today. I'm struggling to keep up. That's where this energy's coming from. Where's the energy coming from?
Just to get out of the rain.
Yeah, powerful motivator to the weather. Morale was running low. Not only has Connor injured himself, but something far worse has happened.
Oh no.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's an hairband.
Just can't contain the muscles. To the untrained eye, this might look like a pitiful hamburger, but look, it's in fact cheese in Hamburg. Whoa, look at that juicy, melting cheese.
So Chris ripped a hole in his pants. Looks like
That's what the dish is
the
called.
seat of
It
his
sounds
pants.
like a fucking Tinder date in Germany. We need all this because coming up in the second half of the day is misery. How you feeling?
Miserable. This is shit. I can't talk English. I want to stand in the fire right now. I'll hit me up.
Why don't you soak yourself in the soup?
In the curry.
This is the most anemic corn soup I've ever had. It looks like someone got a puddle and just dyed it yellow. That's fucking disgusting. Other than that, the food's been alright. The less said about this pizza, the better. Big jelly mess.
Like a mini, dude. Why can't I get a break, man?
It's crazy, when I shower later, it's going to be sort of muddy, dirty
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
water. When Connor showers, it's going to be like the rivers will run red with Connor's blood into the mountains we ride. Wow.
Honestly, it's times like this you really don't want to be in the moment, and the power of imagination is a much needed escape hatch for it all. With our sodden socks and shoes more puddles than footwear at this point, and the wind and rain relentlessly smashing into our faces, Connor and I keep our heads down and go off to a very special place indeed to power on through what feels like a genuine fucking nightmare.
What's the secret to conquering a hill?
Find the rhythm and keep it going. If it feels too much pressure on your pedals, I think it's wrong. You want to make it feel like your whole leg is pushing into it.
Look at him go. He's fallen off his bike today once. He's ripped his leg off. But now, nothing will stand in his way. Lovely area though, here in the mountains of Kumamoto. Very quiet, very peaceful.
And just as it seems things are finally going our way, Connor unfortunately has another mishap.
Poor old Connor, he fell off again. Watery roads. I think it's the clip-on thing, because he can't get his feet out in time, but he maintains it's just a slippery road. But luckily, not injured the second time. But it looks great on camera. Check it out.
Again? God damn it, again.
Jesus.
Ah, déjà vu. Déjà vu.
Yep, today's been really fun. I'm really glad it's the last day of the cycle. But we did say, if we hit $180,000, I will tear these godforsaken pants off. I mean, nature's done most of the work already. And we just hit $180,000. So...
magic maestro.
I've lost the plane again. Hey!
Oh my god, what an idiot. Look at the mess he's made.
That really fucking hurt.
We've both been injured today.
Oh dear, I think this is what a full-blown mental breakdown looks like.
Well, the worst day of my life is having a lower down there because I could stop cycling. And Chris is coming in through the old-fashioned entrance right behind you. He looks like he's gone to war.
Oh, damn it.
It's a miracle.
I genuinely thought I was stuck in a time loop today.
I know.
I was going like this. Might be the longest day of my life. I thought yesterday was hard, but this was just.
It's not too soon. Yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Here's what you don't see every morning. The massive amounts of stretching I need to do. As we're like day 4 now, my legs are at the point where they're like, no, please, make it stop. And they're actually swollen quite badly. It'll be quite interesting to weigh myself and see how much weight I've put on. At the end of the last cycle, I can't remember, I think I put on like 4 or 5 kilograms just because all my muscles had swollen up from the water from being stiff, right? Well, it's 7:45 in the morning, and check out this view. This is really nice. We're staying at this beach house that we've had about 5 minutes to appreciate. This is absolutely stunning. This is what I thought the cycle would be like every day. Well, the beautiful coastline, the beaches, the rocks, the sea. Oh, we've had like nothing like this. It's been so brutal with the weather. Today, though, it's cloudy, so fingers crossed it's going to be a little bit better. The perfect start of the day. Hopefully, a good start to what will be a better day than yesterday. How are you feeling today, Connor?
Pretty tired, but also let's just get on with it. Let's do it. I'll be okay. I'm a bit bruised up from yesterday, but I should be fine. It is nice to wake up to a nice view. Didn't see this last night. It is good. Just a shame that we're leaving at 8 AM, so we can't really enjoy it.
We can't enjoy anything.
No, we can't enjoy anything. I'm just a being of meat that just cycles. That's all I do. I don't know.
And so myself and Meat Boy trade our majestic beach house for the starting line of day 5. Still sore and recovering from post-traumatic stress disorder from the previous day of monsoon season shenanigans.
You praying?
Am I praying?
Yeah.
Dear God. No, I'm fucking stretching my muscles.
Oh, you can't even shit back
Well, I
in.
should
No.
pray.
Would imply the existence of muscles, which...
It's almost as if I'm stretching before 100 kilometres.
You didn't see what I've been doing
Yesterday you
for a while. I
faced another
apologize.
amount of pain.
I was working on these.
Today, Pete's coming.
These are gonna be the main bits, the sides of
By
the
the
main.
end of today, we will have crossed the threshold that is the halfway mark of the cycle, right?
I'm ready to get whenever.
Give me 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness. We're behind schedule. I think we have 3 times the amount of hills.
I hope Pete has a lot of alcohol waiting for us in Kagoshima. Come on then, let's
I don't know
go.
which way we're going. We'll figure it out.
Pilot.
Great start.
Things get off to a promising start as the busy coastal roads give way to tranquil rice fields, albeit with our old friend the sun, returning to roast us alive like a chicken.
So fucking hot. Mega dehydrated already. There's a wind. We were going down the hill, but the wind was pushing us back up. Well, it is nice, it sort of cools you down a bit, but yeah, man, it is hot and humid out there in the mountains. Still better than yesterday, where you're not slipping and sliding the whole way along.
I'll be okay to the restaurant. It's 5k, right? So, yeah, it's 6k. I'll be alright.
Food will motivate us. Tonkatsu. Breaded pork. Let's go.
Breaded pork, yes!
So we stopped for chicken namba, a local dish of this kind of area of Kyushu, which is chicken smothered in mayonnaise and various sauces and eggs, and kind of got a bigger pile of chicken than I did, so I'm not in a good mood. Although I think my pile of salad's bigger than yours. So it's like, oh, we'll just give him less chicken, we'll make up for it with a lettuce leaf.
I
No.
like the salad. This sounds really good.
How do you feel about seeing American Pete today, Connor?
I need some motivation. And I also want to see Chris forcibly given a back rub again.
I've earned a back rub.
Oh no.
I've definitely earned a back rub.
He's going to turn the plane around if he hears that.
Chris Broadstein, let's go.
Fueled with our liberal helping of chicken namban, Connor and I reach the finish line of Ida Station and brace ourselves for the hotly anticipated and dare I say dreaded arrival of Pete Premier 2.
Finish! Oh. Get in. Well done.
Nailed it.
As the locals look on awkwardly behind us. Today reminded me why cycling can be fun.
Yeah, today was great. Today was nice.
Yesterday reminded me why I hate cycling. So it's good.
It's good and bad.
It's good, but we are here in Kagoshima. We made it to the southern point of Kyushu, halfway.
Yeah.
And we're about to do... I don't even want to think about what we're about to do.
Tomorrow's the hardest day.
Yeah. I'm a little bit disappointed. I thought Pete was going to be here.
Why?
Bursting out of the cupboard or something. Wait, is Ian picking him up? No. Oh, good.
Why are you so harsh to Pete?
Well,
How are you doing?
if it's not Sea Dog Virginia, and the laughable one.
Look what I found down the back of the train station.
Yeah. Why are you guys so tired? I've had a great day. What's going on? Everyone looks exhausted here.
Well, what a fun cycle this has been.
I've had a great time.
You just got that, so that would explain why. But we've currently raised $238,000 in charity.
It's pretty good, although this cycle has made the Hokkaido one look like a walk in the park, right? That seemed easy compared to this. Every day's just been a battle. I mean, even dinner's been a fucking disaster. We ordered this chicken, I ordered this chicken. It said chicken thigh on the menu, and they've given us raw chicken, which is, I forgot, a specialty in this part of the world. And Connor is now going to show us.
I'm not risking
I'll tell you right now. I'll eat raw horse, I'll eat sashimi, but raw chicken is horribly disgusting. No matter what you do to it, no matter how you eat it, it's not good. Don't ever do it.
Well, at least we only got 3 plates. We showed some restraint this time. Tomorrow, the day after, smooth sailing. Mark my words.
You smooth sailing. As long as there's no raw chicken, count me in.
Oh, it's the 7 stars.
Bastard.
Oh, he nodded at us. He gave it to us.
It's the really fancy train. What the hell?
It's Japan's most luxurious train.
That's amazing.
God, why can't we be making
While
that
we
video?
cycle through the rain to raise money for charity, the rich travel on the world's most luxurious train. Let's go, let's see if we can catch up to it and look inside. Peek inside the windows of the train and dream of what could be. Oh God.
What did you do?
And so, after our emotional departure from Van Gang, Connor and I embark once again into the rain and up what might just be Japan's most treacherous fucking road.
Well, I'm going to start walking.
Welcome to Japan's most dangerous hill. This is the part of the cycle where the fun is over. Past the halfway point, shattered, destroyed. Every hill becomes a serious battle to get through it, especially when there's cars coming down it. The most narrow road in Japan. Look at this.
Fucking hell, this is the busiest road.
It's tough. If there wasn't a stream, or it wasn't for a good cause, there'd be today might be the day that would break me, and I'd be like, okay, time to go home.
I hate my life.
Alas, it's not all doom and gloom, as we hit an incredible new milestone, something Pete calmly informs us in his own elegant, peaceful, special sort of way.
250,000!
You're lucky there's not an ambulance going by.
39 years old, still got it.
Still got what?
Can I have those heat pads?
We're currently working our way up a 400-metre mountainside. We haven't cycled, it's so steep. The fun is wearing off very much. Just keeping my head down, going off to Narnia and pretending I'm not here. And that is the only way I can get through my fucking legs burning away like they are, and the fear of a truck or a car smashing into me. We've been climbing this for like 40 minutes.
It's been a long time. We've wasted a lot of time. We've done like 2 kilometers.
Let's go! Come on down here, you got this, man! I know that morale's starting to be a bit low, but it's not your fault, it's the elements.
It's not just low, it's non-existent.
The hill is beyond comprehension.
Well, we comprehended it, it's pretty bad.
When's the food?
When we get to the checkpoint, and Ian's searching it up right now, it's surprising. Despite walking it, we've made some pretty significant progress, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Lowest energy of the entire trip so far, that hill
took it out of me. Luckily, I've got an audio book. How Joseph Stalin ruled Russia. It's cheering me up.
After cycling through a beautiful valley and dining out over and over at what seems to be the only damn restaurant chain in Kyushu, it's time for a grim reminder of today's target.
Earlier on today, I said if we raised $300,000 today, hypothetically,
Right.
I would give you a back rub. Given you gave me a back rub in the last series, what was it you called me, Pete, last series?
Broadstein.
Broadstein. The shoe will be on the other foot today, because I'll be giving you a back rub. It's the one day where I hope we don't hit our target.
I gotta be honest, after carrying your YouTube videos for quite some time, this lower back could use a little bit of readjustment. We've already made nearly $50,000 today. All right, Mozos?
It's not enough.
Let's keep
Not
going.
for a back rub. You've got to get $70,000 if you want a back rub from me.
Nearly there, let's get it.
Racing on ahead, we surprise ourselves by making it to the finish line before sundown, arriving in Miyazaki City. We've conquered a few mountains today, and the only mountain left to conquer now is the mountain of award-winning Miyazaki beef that awaits us tonight over dinner.
Well, guys, we've made it to Miyazaki Station. Can't believe we're here. There's almost a level of shock. Given we started late and that the hill was 400 metres, it's amazing that we got here before the sun went down. So, how much we raised?
287,000.
287,000. You know what that means?
What
No
does that mean?
back rubs for Pete. Yes.
Miyazaki beef is my new favourite thing ever. If it wasn't already from the last Wacky weekend, it is now.
Sit back and let Chef Chris take care of it.
Burn the building down. Get him on the bike now so we can get out of here.
After running 11 feet and sitting in a car for 9 hours, nothing's better than a little marbled Wagyu. You probably don't understand how exhausted I am, but I'll manage.
If this was a let's get fit site, I'll eat some fucking cabbage every morning, then I'll get on the bike.
Yeah, this is about fun, it's about friends, and it's about...
Exactly right.
Yep.
We're not trying to lose weight, we're trying to cycle 800 kilometers, aren't we?
With yourself.
Well, every single person on the team has said the same thing. We don't want to leave here. We want to come back. We want to look around. Take a look at this backdrop. Miyazaki, really stunning. It's kind of like Okinawa, the vibe of Okinawa, but on the Japanese mainland. But who knows? On a cycle today, maybe we'll uncover some interesting spots and locations.
Nice weather, huge open roads. I could get used to this. Though Van Gang seemed hell-bent on teasing me with the prospect of a lunch that isn't joyful for once, as we meet at our first checkpoint of the day.
This is cruel. You can't stop at McDonald's. As a stop. God.
Chris is getting dangerously close to the McDonald's. I think we need to...
He's in the drive-thru.
We're gonna go and grab him.
Yeah, he's already-
looking at it. He's
Yeah,
looking
boy.
at it.
Chris, put that down. God, Chris!
What do you think of Jafar, Pete?
He's not the hero, for fuck's sake. What is wrong with this man?
He
I didn't say he's the
How
hero.
long have you been listening to that Stalin
because
book?
he listens to Stalin, he listens to Mao.
I'm
he's
not
just
listening to Stalin.
Oh, if he's like, I respect them by how much genocide they commit.
No.
It takes a real man to kill that many people.
I am curious as to what creates evil.
okay.
I'm curious to what
So he
good
can become
points
it.
Jafar has.
Let's do it for Jafar. Come on.
Chris Ali, yes it is he, but not as you know him.
One of the greatest joys of cycling Kyushu are the locals, one of whom is delighted to greet us as we arrive at a roadside sushi.
My name is Moritako.
What is that called?
Say those.
That's good. What's that called?
I can speak the English.
Yeah.
このレストラン美味しいですか？
寿司は今私食べました。
あ、寿司すげえそうなん
I
だ
can 寿司
Wow,
Really?
you are tensai.
料理もできます。
すげえ Well, thank you so much. It's nice to meet you. We're gonna get some lunch, but 本当によろしくお願いします
Oh, that's not so good. This is like really thick soy sauce.
Yeah, it's sweet soy sauce.
I like it. Oh, even that was good.
Or better way to celebrate 1 million followers.
So good.
Best things in life aren't free, but they are reasonably priced. 600 yen. Having smashed the target of $300,000, the moment of terror is almost upon us. The back rub that I don't want to give, after this meal, Pete will get a back rub. And for $400,000, Colin's going to twerk, so something to look forward to, isn't it?
You're not going to look forward to it. It's going to be cursed.
Did someone say back rub? Finally.
So because tomorrow is the day from hell, the most brutal day of the trip across the mountain range, we're taking 15 kilometres off that day and putting it onto this one. So we're actually at the final destination here at the end point, but now we're going to add 15 kilometres. Exciting times. Fucking psycho, it's like pedal gear solid.
Pedal gear
It's
solid.
fucking endless.
He's been holding on to that. You thought of that.
It's going to be my
4
video game.
kilometers ago.
When are you cycling?
When we get to 350, mate.
Fuck's sake.
Don't worry, I speak fluent British English from Kent. What Chris was saying was... Alright, he goes through these phases.
I'll bloody well see who's boo-hooing tomorrow. In the meantime, Connor and I are treated to the striking scenery of Kitagawa, and even a few early blooming sakura as spring gets underway.
So guys, we're at Kitagawa Station. Beautiful area,
Okay,
beautiful, stunning
one more of
valley.
those
We
things to
came in, there was like an
go.
emerald green river. There was monkeys literally swinging through the trees. Not Connor, unfortunately. And yeah, it's a really nice cherry blossoms in full bloom. What a lovely end to the day before things get hellish.
It's not the end yet because
It is there. Tomorrow's the biggest cycle ever. We've got a really long distance, lots of mountains. And we can wrap the video up now.
Well, before we wrap
with
the video
the,
up, there is a little something to it. Yeah.
$300,000.
$3,000
At the end of the day.
for you.
What are you going to do?
Ah, yes. Feel that 40-year-old back. Ah, yes. Finally, after carrying your dreams for... Yeah! Okay. All right. It's more of... Okay. Oh, yeah. And you feel those knots? That's the stress you've caused me when I had to carry your backpack across Tokyo for, 1,500 kilometers.
It's like massaging a beanbag. It's very, very full-bodied.
I always wonder about a chiropractor. Feel out of 10? I feel like my back's being run over by a bulldozer.
It seems we found Connor's house, crumbling in the bushes. So today, guys, we've got about 10 tunnels, 100 kilometres. It's almost the final boss battle. It's the henchmen we've got to battle today. I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I feel like I've been stuck in a time loop all week. Wake up at 7:30, roll out of bed, throw clothes on, get on a bike, cycle at 9, finish at 6, sit in a bath, do it again. It's just, it's just over and over, but the end is always in sight. And it's $350,000. Should we raise that today, which I'm sure we will. Pete is going to cycle on the bike. I'm a little bit worried about Connor's bicycle, but let's see what happens.
After a rocky start to the day, Connor's able to get his streaming equipment back up and running as we hit the road and emerge from a tunnel into what feels like the real life Spirited Away.
What the hell? What is that? I haven't seen enough Ghibli films to appreciate this. What is that?
That's from
it
Castle in
local?
the Sky.
Sorry, yeah, it's a bug.
The wind is very painful. You have to really earn every pedal today. But cherry blossoms in full bloom in this area. Absolutely stunning. Valley of the Wind. Well, I certainly feel the wind today. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow. High five.
While Connor and I may have failed to appreciate the magic of stumbling across the Studio Ghibli Wonderland, after a short distance up the road we come across yet another awesome landmark, an old-school roadside karaoke restaurant run by a legendary local folk singer, an unexpected but much appreciated side quest.
He,
What have I walked in on?
he was a gift from him.
You don't really see plays like this anymore.
So when we came up here, I got a drink for the guys, right?
Yeah.
I heard somebody singing, and we were listening to Mouse do opera.
Yeah.
And I said, what was that sound? I thought it was from a speaker. I walked in the lights and he was just practicing.
Oh my god.
So I said, do you mind if you please give us a performance? Because you're okay. And he gave like the most powerful like side quest in Yakuza I've ever seen quest. It was amazing.
Oh shit,
The fact that this
wrong
is
piece.
essentially
Cool.
Please have a coffee. A nice
Oh, there's one more.
Do you have an Elvis Presley? ないですね。
演歌行こ
できない。
Now, as much as I'd love to share Ono-san's amazing voice with the world, his singing was so damn good, it would likely lead to a genuine copyright strike. Suffice it to say, if you're in the neighbourhood, be sure to swing by. Not only was it a much welcome highlight of the whole journey, but Ono-san generously refused to let us pay for all the snacks and drinks we devoured. What an absolute legend.
No.
Yes, yes,
no.
yes.
No.
Yes, yes,
No. Diablo need go.
Well, that was fun. Very rare. Like, afternoon karaoke places are very rare, and what a great guy. Definitely one of the highlights of the trip. Much needed stop at an incredible place.
Our legs recovered, Connor and I plough headfirst into an epic valley with sweeping views and admittedly a notorious impending incline. It's at this point we decide though, it's time for the cocksure American man to finally discover just what it's like to actually cycle as he prepares for a tag team of pain with Connor.
I'm looking forward to seeing Pete on the bike.
Oh,
That's my motivation to keep going.
that's the highlight of today.
After karaoke.
That's going to be so funny. He's like, how do I change gears?
I don't understand. If you didn't appreciate the beauty of the surroundings, it'd be a lot harder to battle through all this. And even though this part of the journey might inflict the most pain, it's also the most beautiful. So, the balance. The balance of pain and beauty.
Of course, not even I want to see cheeky Pete cycle on an empty stomach, and so we stop once again at, yes, you guessed it, joyful. Ironic, really, because joy is the last fucking thing I feel when I stumble inside this damn chain.
This whole cycle's just turned into one big promo for the joyful fast food family chain, which I've never set foot in once before.
No, me neither.
Before this trip. But the time is almost upon us. The Great Pete Premier 2 on the bike, 5 kilometres.
I'm very excited for it.
What could possibly go wrong?
A lot of talk about my cycle coming up. Ooh, good luck. You're gonna need it. By the way, they've been complaining about it for the past 700 kilometers. You'd think I'm climbing Mount Olympus. I think I can handle 5 kilometers. Not only handle it, I think I'll smash it. These are tight. All right, so you put your feet on this guy.
Yeah.
And these are the brakes.
Those are the brakes.
When was the last time you cycled?
When we got a bike from Ian, and then I made it from Shinjuku to Tokyo. Or no, Shinjuku to my home, and it was... I fell over 4 times, so I think we got it.
Oh,
please.
what's God.
See you at the finish line, if you can catch me. It's fucking... I'm gonna send us downhill! Usually I'm smacking some hang 10 on some bodacious waves, but today I'm doing a little something. Oh, my balls sack, dude. Oh, this really kind of hurts my tank. When do your hands and legs and back stop hurting?
When?
Yeah,
Never.
could go for one of those Chris Broadstein massages. Hi.
Let's go.
You crushed it.
Yeah, that was the... think that was tough. The easiest fucking thing.
Well, R.I.P.P.
You did good. 9 kilometres?
9 kilometers.
Holy shit, for Pete.
Tomorrow, let's get back on. You can sit in the van.
Yeah, sounds good to me. A few points on the hill, I got really nervous. He was swerving out in front of vans and trucks. And I was like, try and stay close to the curb. He's like, yeah, I'm doing my best. It's probably the scariest moment of the trip so far.
Sorry.
Oh dear, having trashed both his legs and now Connor's bike, we leave Pete behind and continue on our journey into Japan's biggest hot spring town of Beppu. Lord knows, I could certainly do with a hot bath right now.
The perfect end to a fantastic day. Can't wait to get inside one of the hot springs and relax, unwind and let my muscles regenerate after a relentless week of cycling.
Having a beautiful cycle lane like this with this view is definitely what you need. And now an onsen, so let's get going.
All clear, Nick.
The man called Shiny Uncle, who loved the children.
He did.
What the hell?
He was a legendary rice prospector. Wow. He came to Beppu and was like, I can make a fortune by opening like a world-class hotel. So he went to other places and dropped flyers from planes that said, you know Fuji and these other famous places, but also Beppu, and then it became massive.
380,000.
381,000.
That's a firm high five.
Because it was a firm day.
But who's ready?
But yeah,
Who's ready for some yakitori and some hot springs?
I want to go to bed.
Such excitement.
And so the final day is finally upon us. And after praying to the gods to make it all stop, make it all end, we're treated to the majestic sight of a Welshman making his mating call. A punishment or perhaps even a reward for hitting $400,000 in donations. And in terms of sheer visual twerking spectacle, it's an absolute low point for the trip. Let's face it, wow, crikey.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
I loved it. 425 lead tour?
No, I'm not taking you fuck off. I've done too much already. The last day of this groundhog time loop of pain. And it's freezing, absolutely freezing. But $400,000 raised, should be able to hit $500,000 before the day's out.
And so we set off once again, almost immediately to be met by some bloody big mountains. First twerking, now this. My God, what an awful start to the beginning of the end.
It wouldn't be the final day of a wacky weekend cyclothon. That 400 metre climb. Shit. How you feeling?
Dying. Well, at least we have $420,000 raised.
Hey. Oh, this is hands down the steepest incline we've done on the entire cycle. Even walking up with the bikes is very difficult. Oh, shit.
I will say, as a non-biker, this was on fire yesterday.
Yeah, now imagine that 9 days straight all day.
No thanks.
Turning into a hike at this point. And look, we've been joined by a very special guest.
That's right.
How you feeling?
Feel good. I'm not used to walking, even small distances, nor am I used to going uphill. But given the chance to join you fine blokes, I figured I can get my hands dirty, my feet wet. Let's do it. Why am I not in the van? I can't sit in the van and look at myself in the mirror tomorrow and say that those guys were dying on the hill as I was in there scratching my ass. So I'm here with them to earn some fucking money.
God, I wish you'd stayed in the car.
All right, I'll go back to the car. Those boys have had real tough luck today. The elements, technical issues, hell, they even had to put up with me. I love you guys! Gotta go.
While Pete was busy waking up 1,000 generations of the dead, we decided it was time for one last lunch before I begrudgingly switched bikes with Connor. Still, one silver lining, it's not a fucking joyful. A miracle no less. Oh.
Today's been a disaster in many ways, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Stream didn't work, we've hit hill after hill after hill. Rain's hit us, my feet basically puddles. But we found a lovely sushi restaurant and we've indulged in a rather worrying amount of sushi, as you can see before you now. Quite good though, Hamazushi. Yeah. I don't think I've been here a long time, but all the cutlery is hidden in the table. How much have we raised now?
$458,000 for charity.
Does that mean I've got to do your backpack?
You do.
Oh, for God's sake. I have to hold the backpack and cycle with it. I'm going to fall off straight away and smash it. And Colin's like...
Oh, finally. The shoe's on the other foot, isn't it?
What? I feel on too? How you mean? How's it feel? Take the bike. Let's try your bike. Where's your bike?
Oh, it feels awful. It's cheap. Nonsense bike.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my God, the seat's so low. What the fuck?
What do you mean?
How can I ride it? It's like baby size.
What do you mean? Look, your leg is fully extended.
This is baby size.
It's too high. Yeah, that's your leg isn't supposed to fully extend.
Oh, what a cock. Are you excited, chat? See the crap perspective.
I'm afraid. Chris, my mind is going. I can feel it.
Oh my God. How? See, that's on a Space Odyssey. Let's go. Why is this seat so low?
Why is your seat so incredibly high? This is too high.
Oh,
Look how high this
is
is.
ridiculous.
I feel like I'm riding a penny farthing. It's fucking stupid.
Penny farthing.
You deserve a back rub.
I do deserve a back rub, yeah. Credit where it's due to Connor. I don't know how he manages the chat and all this while cycling.
Oh, your seat's so hard.
Yours is hard. It's a good thing I didn't have this backpack on the whole time.
Why?
You'd just be swearing. Just me, every time I hit a hill, I'm like, fucking hell, I hate my life, boo.
That's what they want.
Oh, it's time to switch over, isn't it?
Well, you want to swap back?
Yeah.
How
It's a dodgy bike. No wonder he fell off the
Dodgy,
fucking
it's
bike.
not a dodgy bike, it's a great. I got mine fitted.
After completing the painful challenge of riding Connor's bike for toddlers, we're delighted to reach the incredible milestone of raising $500,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
500,000!
The pain has all been very much worth it.
Let's fucking go! Let's go!
Look on the outside of the head.
Let's go! 500K!
It's weird to hit such a great goal and feel so dead to appreciate it, but I will do. I will appreciate it in time. And through Connor's dancing, I'll live vicariously through that.
Me fighting off the less than 400k beliefs. I don't have the energy, Pete, to make the last 28.
You have it.
Hey.
You have it deep inside.
No, I don't
It's in your
I'm
loins.
very sneezy tonight. I apologize.
I can do it, Pete.
Yeah, you can. Tell you what, I'll buy you a McNugget.
All right, that's enough. All right, I'll see you there. All right, I'm going.
And so with nothing left but power in our loins, we get our heads down one last time and go hard to reach the finish line before the sun goes down. And of course, get the promised McNuggets that we sorely deserve.
Well, guys, we made it into Kitakishu. Very, very close to the finish line.
And sunset.
Sunset. I'm perilously low energy. 800 kilometers, 500 and something thousand raised, and all I can think about is food.
I want McDonald's.
Well, guys, we're on our final approach to Kokura Station. I can finally see it. I don't believe it. I would cry tears of joy. But I'm so dehydrated, only salt would come out. And I want to be careful because I half expect I'm going to fall off the bike in the final moments of this, but we're there. We've done it. Somehow, I have no idea how, we've made it.
What is this?
This is my camera setup. My new camera setup. It's the GoPro mounted to a bicycle.
I'm just so happy to be done with it. I can't believe we finally done it after 9 long days. And now let's go and enjoy that McDonald's before it gets pitch black outside.
Come on, come on. Can't hit it yet. Let's go! What a terrifying ending to the cycle. A road that can't be crossed and a station that can't be accessed. But we made it to Kokura Station, Kitakishu. There we go. And Connor's stuck on the other side of the road.
Stuck.
Look at him.
You're stuck.
We're done. We're done. Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
How do you feel?
Happy to have McDonald's finally. Let's do it.
He's come all this way. Not for the culture, but for McDonald's.
I realised we could have gone the other way from Fukuoka. We didn't have to go all the way around.
Oh yeah.
We
50
could've
kilometers.
just
It would have been a lot shorter.
Yeah, I realise now. We did 9 days for nothing. We paid for a lot of hotels actually.
This made the Hokkaido cycle seem like a picnic, an actual picnic.
Yeah, this was.
It's just so difficult.
This was so much harder.
How the hell do we even fucking get here?
I don't know. I want to die though. I want to. My legs cease to function anymore.
But well done, guys.
But at least we raised over $535,000 for the IDF. So I think that makes it all worthwhile.
Well done, guys. And well done to Connor for carrying this backpack the entire time. And for everyone watching live right now who tuned in and donated, like seriously.
Oh my God.
Well, there's only one thing left to do now, guys. You know what it is. And that's the end of the video. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Support the Immune Deficiency Foundation down in the description box below. What an adventure. Like time and space have broken in my mind. This 9 days has felt like the longest amount of time since my first 9 days in Japan when I was really culture shocked. Like,
too long.
Seriously confusing. What's going on here?
I want a chicken.
He got his order. He travelled 800 kilometers and they got his order wrong.
I said chicken. The dude heard me. He said yeah.
Whew. Another journey done and dusted. Wow, 900 kilometers. I can hardly believe it. Here I was sitting in my posh apartment in Tokyo when I got the call to spring into action. And what did I find? Two fucking legends going left and right, up and down, north, east, south, and west, through rain, through sleet, through hell, to raise over $540,000 for the IDF. And you know what? I wouldn't trade it for a thing. In fact, kind of reminds me, forgot to mention about our next journey. It's
This week, I thought it would be interesting to throw away my modern tech products and see what it would be like to strictly use vintage tech in the modern age. Folks, I've been alive for almost 30 years, and in that time, I've seen a lot of technological advancements. For example, when I was a kid, I had to download music song by song on LimeWire and just pray to God that the virus I get wasn't too bad this time. Dude, I couldn't even use my computer or the home phone at the same time because we had dial-up internet. And friggin' nowadays, you can talk to someone on the phone while using that same phone to generate a picture of a PS2 made out of human skin. The future is now. And the tech that's coming out today is obviously pretty mind-blowing. The VR space, for example, is getting crazier and crazier. The Apple Vision Pro just came out and people have been losing their minds about it. And rightfully so, because with the Apple Vision Pro, you can finally know the answer to that age-old question. What would it feel like to stand on the moon and look out into the vastness of space and jerk off?
That's one small edge for man, one giant goon for mankind.
Not to mention, the world of AI has come a very long way since I made a video about AI-generated art a few years ago. OpenAI just teased their text-to-video project called Sora, which is by far the craziest thing I have ever seen in my life. If you haven't seen it, all you have to do is type in a prompt, and it provides you with an insanely realistic video that really does not look like AI at all. Stock video services and video production companies are going to be absolutely cooked in the next few years, and I'm really nervous for the future of entertainment. But I mean, you can't deny how impressive that technology is, right? With something like Sora, you could generate virtually anything. Finally get to see what it looks like if someone was standing on the surface of the moon and jerking off. But the interesting about tech is that it's all relative to when it comes out. Sure, all of this is impressive now, but 20 years from now, we're going to be looking back at this laughing. Same as today when you look at an old laptop. You're like, this piece of shit can barely run anything. But at the time of the laptop's release, people were losing their minds about it. A computer I can fold in half? If only it didn't cost my entire yearly salary of $100. I think the tech industry is kind of like a southern man's sexual escapades. It's all relative. And I hate to sound like a boomer, but I often miss the simplicity and innocence of the tech that I grew up with. Back when having millions of songs readily available to play whenever seemed like a fantasy because I could only play 30-second clips of a song at a time off of my fucking hit clips player.
Coming at you right between the ears with hit clips.
So this week I thought it would be interesting to throw away my modern tech products and see what it would be like to strictly use vintage tech in the modern age. And I've seen some of these videos before. They use a flip phone and a Walkman. They call it a day. I don't want to do that. That's too easy. So I'm going to track down the weirdest, most obscure vintage tech products I can find and see what it's like to use them in the year 2024. So strap in and get ready for some weird vintage tech. So transparently, the main problem I'm facing right now in my life is iPad baby syndrome. I think we caught it early enough where it's treatable, but I think it's still a big issue in my life. I can't stop scrolling, dude. I know I'm not supposed to, but it's tough. Call me crazy. I love watching silly little videos, okay? And so do you. You're literally watching one right now. You know,
guilty.
It got me thinking. Maybe making this video can help me kick my addiction to watching silly little videos. Is what I would say if I was a fucking loser. The real question I need to ask myself is how can I still get my fix of watching silly little videos while using vintage technology? I used to have a thing called a video now when I was a kid. I would watch the same episode of SpongeBob over and over again on a tiny screen in black and white because that was the only disc I ever had for it. And I'm not about to put myself through that shit again. But upon further research, I stumbled upon the perfect product for my little video fix. A Casio analog handheld TV. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hold on, didn't they stop broadcasting analog TV stations a little bit ago? And the answer to that is yes, they did. in America. But up here in Canada, it is apparently still possible to get an analog TV signal.
First came the pocket watch, then the pocket radio, then even a pocket camera. But who would have ever thought of a pocket TV? Casio, of course.
Casio, that's it. We're fucking crazy. We'll make anything, dude. We made a wristwatch that can kill a god.
The Pocket TV by Casio. This TV is smaller, lighter, sharper, and brighter.
Yeah, this seems pretty awesome. I've never used a portable TV, but I assume it relies on like a strong signal to work like at length. So I imagine back in the day, using one of these like while you're on the go was like next to impossible.
Stop the bus! Stop the fucking bus right now! Okay. It stopped. Now put it in reverse. Okay. Okay, keep going. And stop right there. All right, I'm stopped.
Perfect. Oh man, I love Bill Cosby. He can do no wrong. But I found a portable TV on eBay. I got it. For my next vintage tech product, I was thinking about the other things we do on our phones aside from just watching videos. And that's when I remembered 3 humongous camera lenses on the back of my phone. I gotta find a camera. And not just any camera, okay? One that I can easily take with me wherever I go, and one that can also show me the pictures as soon as I take them. And that second feature is the thing that made finding this product especially difficult. I looked at some Polaroid cameras. I was toying with that idea. I used to have one called an iZone when I was a kid that looked like a fucking stapler, and I loved that thing. I was gonna get that one for old time's sake, but then I stumbled upon the perfect product. It was released in 2001 by those fucking crazy, unhinged, lawless, depraved bastards over at Casio. And it's called the Casio Wrist Camera. I can't find any commercials for this, unfortunately. The only ad I could find was on eBay. Someone who was like listing this magazine ad for sale for some reason. Time for your little black book to grow up. Julie, and there's her phone number there. You got Susie, double jointed, Pam, loves football, Debbie, from Dallas. The Casio Digital Wrist Camera Watch. You're out having a good time. Then you point your Casio Digital Wrist Camera Watch and click a few black and white photos of a girl you dig. No, you don't. Hold on. No, you don't. You shouldn't do that. But you don't want to use all 100 images on one girl. Type in her name, number, and other info so that you can give her a ring later. Then download the images to your PC with the free PC link kit. You can also upload those images to your Pocket PC or Palm with our free software available at Casio.com. Pretty cool for $199.95 digital wrist camera that also tells time. Holy shit. Interesting marketing tactic, I'll give you that. Yeah, I think that'll work out really well. Ladies, just imagine. You're at the club, partying, drinking with your girlfriends, you're having a great night, and then some guy walks up to you with his fucking 007 spy watch and fucking snaps pictures of all your faces. But not only that, he uploads them immediately to his fucking Pocket PC, where you'll join his extensive database full of hundreds of other random women he's seen. They say chivalry is dead. I also love the last line. Pretty cool for a $200 digital wrist camera that also tells time. Like, yeah, it fucking better tell time. It would be wild if you were wearing one of these watches and it didn't even do the main thing that a watch is supposed to do. Hey man, you got the time? Yeah man, for sure. It's about 1:45 Rebecca. Awesome, thanks dude. Hey, is that a Casio? No, this is a Casio. Oh! And I actually found one of these wrist cameras on eBay, so that's right. Wrist camera secured. Full transparency, this video started out as me trying out weird as seen on TV products, which I honestly might still do, so if you guys want to see that video, leave it right now. But the as seen on TV product that spawned this video is a little device called My Lil Reminder. If you were around my age, you probably saw this commercial a million fucking times, especially when you stayed home sick from school, because this dominated the daytime commercials, dude. It was the Everest College guy yelling at me.
Pick up the phone and make the call. Why are you making it complicated?
And then this commercial.
Where did I park my car? Oh, no.
yeah. Terrific line delivery.
Where did I park my car? Oh, no.
It's called My Lil Reminder, the digital voice recorder that records without tape.
Blue section, row 18.
Then reminds you later.
Blue section, row 18.
Okay, I see how that could be helpful, I guess. But I feel like if your memory is that bad, you should be in a home. Like your own home or a retirement home, you shouldn't leave. Okay? Like if you can't remember that, there's gonna be a lot of other shit you can't remember too. Then you also have to remember what kind of car you have. You gotta remember where you live. You gotta remember how to get where you live. I imagine her purse is just full of My Little Reminders, each telling her a separate detail about her life.
Milk, juice, butter, and eggs.
Then play back your reminder when it's time.
I guess she clearly needed the reminder because all she needed was... Oh shit, I forgot already too. She needed the reminder because all she needed was milk, juice, butter, and eggs. And then you look at her grocery cart. She already went rogue and bought a bunch of other shit she didn't need.
That's left on Main Street, then go 2 miles and right on out.
Yeah, because that's how we got around before, you know, GPS, Google Maps, and everything. And the voice recordings are pretty short on it, so if you're going for like a really long drive, you gotta talk like super fast.
Drive north on Main Street for 2 miles and left at University, and follow that for 4.5 miles, and merge onto the 403 highway going westbound, and stay on that until your car runs out of gas.
Okay, yeah, so it's just a glorified voice recorder where you can record little messages that you can play later to remind yourself of things. But also, for some reason, it has a flashlight.
My little reminder even has a built-in LED flashlight.
Just in case you forgot to remind yourself to pack a flashlight. And I'm actually a really forgetful person, so I'm really excited to try this out because, oh yeah, I got one. I got my little reminder. Let's actually give it a try really quick.
Don't forget to do the brand deal.
The other feature of my phone that I wanted to try and replicate with vintage tech was the phone. Like actually calling people. I often forget my phone is a phone sometimes, but that's too easy. You know, phones have been around forever. I wanted to replicate FaceTime. I FaceTime people all the time, and it's something that I would like to continue to do with vintage tech.
But let me just say this.
Finding a product that could do this was very difficult. Upon doing a little bit of research, I found out that the first video call ever actually took place all the way back in 1970 by AT&T, who subsequently launched the first video phone service with 38 picture phones, as they called them, located at 8 different companies located in Pittsburgh. Kind of fucking ruins the entire appeal of video calling if all the phones are just within the same city, but still, you know, it was pretty cool. It was the 70s. They don't know what was going on. And due to how expensive and complicated those early picture phones were, the 70s and 80s saw no real success with this technology. But in 1992, AT&T swung for the fences. They took another whack at it and released the AT&T Video Phone 2500 for a retail price of $1,500. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $2,800 in today dollars. So this was a luxury product for sure. Tech bros didn't fully exist yet, but if MKBHD was making videos back then, his review would have crushed. And the release of this phone was met with mixed reviews upon its release. People were impressed with the technology, obviously, but a lot of people were worried about the dangers of video calling.
But some people want AT&T to voluntarily not sell any of the video phones to 900 sex line numbers.
You can just imagine unsupervised children being able to call a 900 number.
Man, you know when you watch a disaster movie and it's like the first half hour of the film when everybody's like having a good time, laughing and enjoying themselves, and in your head you're like,
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
That's how I feel watching that clip. But due to the lackluster sales numbers, the AT&T Video Phone 2500 was discontinued in 1995. But I got one. Yeah, and it only cost me $450 today dollars. And that might seem a little expensive, but when you compare it to the original price, that's a fucking steal. And what's the other thing that we mainly use our phones for? Music. You got Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud,
YouTube
Tidal,
Music.
and many other services that allow us to listen to practically any song we want, whenever we want. But back in the day, they only had a few ways to listen to music while they were on the go. Portable radio, a cassette player, a Walkman, or a fucking boombox on your shoulder if you're a breakdancer from an 80s movie. But all that shit is boring, honestly a little too cumbersome for me. I want to be hands-free. And I think I found the perfect product for me. This product is called, no joke, the Bone Phone, which is not a video phone sex line, believe it or not. The Bone Phone is an AM/FM stereo radio that drapes around your neck like a scarf. 2 speakers placed near your ears not only provide excellent stereo separation, but vibrate slightly through your bones to give you the same sensation as standing in front of your home stereo system. Fucking perfect. It was released in 1979. Didn't really catch on for obvious reasons, but a modern reimagining of this product was actually released in 2019 by Sony. There were a few of these for sale on eBay, so I just ordered the cleanest one because a lot of them had like weird stains on them for some reason. And usually if something vibrates and is covered in stains, I try not to buy it. That's like my one rule, but I had to break it for this video. I'm willing to try it out. Bone Phone Secure. And before I talk about the final product, I figured I should order a practical device so I can still do work stuff like emails and whatnot. So I ordered a Palm Pilot. And no, a Palm Pilot is not an astronaut jerking off on the moon. For those of you who don't know, Palm Pilots, or handhelds as they were called, they were essentially smartphones before smartphones. I wanted one as a kid, like really bad, because of this one joke in Max Keeble's Big Move.
I want my handheld. You want me to hold your hand? No.
Hilarious. Handhelds usually come with a touchscreen and a stylus, and you're able to do like tons of things on them, mostly work related. But we'll take a closer look at that later on in this video. Okay, time for the last product I got, and this is the best one, I think. With the Apple Vision Pro coming out and wearable computers slowly becoming more popular in the mainstream, I wanted to see if there was like a vintage equivalent to the Apple Vision Pro. And by researching old wearable computers, I found the fucking craziest thing ever. The Cybernaut MA4 wearable computer. Holy shit. Cybernaut's MA4 is the ultimate in uber geekware. With all the accoutrements, this wearable PC weighs about 9 pounds and allows you to compute anywhere. The base unit consists of a 200 MHz Pentium MMX with 128 megabytes RAM encased in a plastic shell that attaches to your waist. The wrist-mounted keyboard, floppy drive, I got a floppy drive right here for you, battery pack, and head-mounted display all plug into the shell. The Windows LCD reflects onto a semi-transparent 2-inch reflective surface that projects the Windows desktop into your right eye's line of sight. The unit runs all standard Windows apps and supports voice commands. Sure, the price is steep, but Cybernaut includes a built-in camera that captures video to a LAN. You'll laugh, we did, when you see yourself decked out in this robo-wear. But the thing actually works. While we couldn't imagine actually using the MA4 for more than a minute, even if we got one for free, it could be useful in industrial situations such as sewer tunnels, manufacturing plants, and job training facilities. Okay, nice. Really selling it, guys. And yeah, this is $10,000. That's gotta be like close to 20 grand for this thing now. I also love how they were hyping up the product for 90%, and the last 10% of this article, they're like, listen, you look like a fucking pussy-ass loser. You're gonna look fucked. And you probably won't be able to wear it for like more than a minute. But it's kind of cool. I don't know. So this fucking crazy thing came out in 1999, and it looks fucking straight out of the Matrix. I can't believe this thing. You got a fucking keyboard on your arm that looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc. You got a camera, a microphone, a screen that goes over your eye. Just imagine if this caught on, you're walking into a packed office building, no desks, just a bunch of dudes decked out in these things, just standing in a fucking huddle. Dude, this is like my favorite time period for tech products. Late 90s, early 2000s was peak. Because like the ideas were clearly there. We're still trying to do this today, but we were nowhere close in terms of technological advancements. Because like personally, I don't even think the Apple Vision Pro is worth it today, because it's fucking huge and you need to carry a battery pack with you and shit. Like I don't think the technology's there yet. And that's today. They tried that 25 years ago too. And there was actually like only one of these available on eBay in working condition, so I'm really glad I secured it. Yeah. Cybernaut secure. And guys, I read a lot about this thing because I was so fascinated by it. So it was mainly used by people who work with their hands but still need to access like important information like on the go. So people like construction workers or even NASCAR pit crews. Cybernaut had high hopes for this product though. They were picturing the Cybernaut utopia where military and law enforcement officers would be wearing these things at all times. And call me crazy, I think that would have been awesome.
Put your hands up. Yeah, that's right. I got you because of my smart glasses. I need backup. Ah, gosh, not now. Sick and tired of these, man.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. There's too many of them. There's too many of them. Where's my backup?
Your backup has been here for like an hour.
There's too many backups.
And I actually found a video of two guys explaining the Cybernaut wearable computer in detail. And if the computer is half as good as this audio quality,
and you'll have your shopping, your banking, you'll have your stock market.
I'm fucked. The Washington Post reported that Cybernaut didn't manage to sell more than 10,000 of the wearable computers over its 15-year tenure. Whatever the case, things came to a head when criminal charges were filed for fraud against 3 men associated with the 1996 IPO. And there was the fact that the company had lost $162 million since 1990. Cybernaut filed for bankruptcy in 2005. So the thing was an absolute flop, but hey, who knows, right? Maybe it's like a fine wine, gets better with age. Maybe that's the case for all these products, but there's only one way to find out.
This is clearly not
Right, I
Van,
figured
but
we would start with the handheld. It didn't come with any batteries. This was before the rechargeable battery craze. But I did get this cool leather case. Pretty sleek. Let's turn this thing on. Tap center of target. I guess this is like for calibration. Dude, it says it's January 2nd, 1999. That is crazy. Okay, whoa, we got a lot of stuff here. Dude, let's graffiti. Write these letters. Oh, you can actually like write. Whoa, okay. So if I go B. This is crazy. And if I go down here for numbers, dude. This is wild. Penis. What else do we got here? A memo pad. Can I type or penis? Penis. What else do we got here? A memo pad. Can I type or? I'm trying to write hello, but it's not working. H, E, and it just turned off. Okay, let's see if I can add something to my calendar. So maybe at 3, I will eat. So my main goal was to use this for typing things out and responding to emails and stuff. But I gotta say, it is like next to impossible to write things on this handheld. Dude, it's like learning a whole new language. Like, it's learning how to write a whole new alphabet just to use this product. I feel like it's so like counterproductive. Yeah, I spent like 5 minutes trying to type into my calendar that I was gonna eat at 3 p.m. Here we go. Now I can plan out my day. And after jumping over that 3-letter hurdle, I felt on top of the world. I felt like I could conquer anything, but then I made a devastating realization. I should have realized this, but I guess I can't really use this product to its full potential in its current state because it's like 25 years old and just the support doesn't really exist anymore for it. Yeah, my dumbass fully expected this thing to have Wi-Fi capabilities, but it does not. You have to like type in your phone number for this thing to work, and I did that and nothing happened. So I'll never get to use this device to its full potential, which is sad, but I decided on a way that I can still use it going forward. Maybe I will carry this around just as like a thing to, you know, jot my notes down. Sometimes I'll walk around, I'll think of an idea, I'll type it in on my phone, but maybe instead that's what I'll use this for, even though I'm not very good at using it. And also, I think I might have just broken it. Oh no! Yeah, while I was talking about how I can't use the handheld to its full potential because it's pretty useless, the handheld computer became even more useless. Unless this is like a secret message or something that we have to decode together. It's a clue.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
So I did the good old-fashioned reboot where you take the battery out and put it back in, and that seemed to do the trick. But that also made me realize a pretty huge design flaw. I guess every time you take the batteries out, it resets, which doesn't really make sense to me on just like a basic level on operating this thing, because like batteries, they die, right? So you have to switch them out every time. What if you had like super important shit on here? And you're supposed to keep super important shit on here. Like there's literally a thing called security. If you had a bunch of like important stuff on here and then the battery dies, I guess you're just fucked. Like, could you imagine that today? If every time your phone died, everything on it was deleted and totally fucking gone forever. All right, well, that about does it for that so far. I'm gonna keep using this, I guess. I'm gonna try to anyway. Yeah, so far, I'm about 20 years late to this, but I'm feeling like a 1 out of 10 right now for this thing, dude. I would not recommend using one of these, okay? We'll just call something a pilot, okay? A pilot is supposed to be knowledgeable, skilled. Yeah, this is more of a Palm Passenger. I don't know. This is not good, but who knows? Well, maybe it'll grow on me. So things were not off to a good start. I was so excited to use this cool piece of technology, but it was unfortunately abandoned by society. Handhelds were viewed as obsolete and were tossed aside when Blackberries were introduced to the market. But hey, what goes around comes around. But I was determined to seamlessly integrate the rest of the vintage tech into my everyday life. So I figured after the first piece of technology didn't really work at all, I decided to try one that would definitely still work, the portable TV. I've been doing some more research, and apparently it's like next to impossible to find an analog signal
but I have hope. Maybe I'll find something cool. I just want to watch one episode of SpongeBob on here, okay? But no, it's pretty cool. It fits right in your hand. You know, it's a handheld TV, so it makes sense. You got different channels there. I think the UHF stands for you're having fun. I think that's what that means, because you have fun when you watch TV. And the VHF stands for be having fun. Yes, be having fun, actually. So I guess the only thing left to do here is just get this bird to shut the fuck up. Okay, so it's searching for channels right now.
I flipped from you're having fun to V having fun over and over, waiting for a miracle to happen. But I was hoping at the very least the TV would somehow pick up some audio.
Can't really hear anything either.
I scanned for a signal for a few more minutes, but nothing came up.
So nothing works anymore. None of this shit fucking works anymore. That's great.
Then I realized I forgot to use the actual part of the TV that receives signals.
Oh yeah, the antenna. Alright, I'm gonna go try it out in my yard.
Space police policeman. Going all the extra steps for this guy. Space police policeman. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, just it's been about 2 hours and I've built the head, so working on the head still. I mean, it's about what I figured. Half an hour was just getting all the frames unboxed and organized. So that was time consuming. I said future nights will be a little more going on. If it's anything like the Geno Breaker, 2 nights to build the body, a night for the legs. It's quadrupedal, so maybe 1 night per leg, I don't know. Maybe 2 legs per night, depending on how complex they are. And then the accessories. But yeah, just a intricate build. Here's what I got so far. I got, the skeleton of the head. It's got 2 seats, real cool. And then I've got the frames that'll go on either side of the head. How's that line up? As well as the ear bits. And 2 pilots. They are not officially van, but they might as well be van. A little surprised. I guess the Zoids HMM line is embracing the pre-anime storyline for Zoid, even though the anime is what made it popular. I don't know. So the pilots are not the anime characters. They're just generic pilot dudes.
Unfortunately, the results were the same as they were when the antenna was collapsed. It just goes to show you, man. It ain't the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean.
Still nothing. Thinking maybe I'm not high enough.
So I smoked a bunch of weed and then I tried it. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna try going out of my window there and see if I get anything else, but this is not looking too good for me.
I extended my arm outside of my window, reaching for the heavens, praying for a miracle. My handheld TV was trying and trying, searching for a signal that would not find it. Another piece of technology forgotten by its creators. It tried and tried, but to no avail. Unfortunately, we have failed.
Didn't work. Alright, so this isn't off to a very good start. The handheld was a whole thing. This TV doesn't fucking work at all. I feel like Napoleon Dynamite when he tried to use that time machine.
It's a piece of crap, it doesn't work.
Maybe I just forgot to put in the crystals. And in my head I'm like, okay, maybe I could use this. Maybe I could like connect like a N64 to this or something, but there's not even any plugs to let me do that. So there's literally no way. This is a brick. I can't do anything with this. So I think I'm gonna give this handheld TV a 0 out of 10. Don't get one of these.
Looking back, the research I did before purchasing the handheld TV was not thorough enough. There are still analog stations in Canada, but the closest one to me is like 3 hours away. The whole reason I got the TV was to watch little videos. But if the only way to do that is for me to drive 3 hours there, watch some videos, and then drive 3 hours home, there's no fucking way. I'm not gonna do that. And this is usually when YouTubers say, just kidding, I did it, but no, I'm not fucking doing that, okay? Can you imagine every time you wanted to watch TikTok or post a TikTok, you had to drive 3 hours to a small town for it to work? Okay, actually on second thought, that would actually be a good thing. I think we'd see a lot less crazy shit on there if it took a lot more work to post stuff. Dude, I saw a video last week of a guy chewing on a mailbox.
Hey guys, let's chew on this mailbox that I found on the side of the road.
You're not driving 3 hours to post that, okay? You've got time to reflect. But after these 2 hand-sized, devastating blows, I figured it was time to try out the product that I knew for a fact would still work. What time is it? Camera time. Check that shit out, dude. Okay, so from afar it looks like a normal watch, right? Like in the distance I'd be like, okay, that's just a normal Casio watch, but up close it's pretty chunky. It looks like fucking Ben 10. Yeah, it tells the time and everything, just like a regular watch. I've got 2 little baby wrists apparently because I had to remove some links from this watch when I got it, which I've never done before, and it was pretty fun removing those links. Jeez, listen to me. Removing links. Who am I? Ganondorf? But once I got it fitting on my wrist, it actually didn't look too bad. I do have a couple watches. I like watches. I have some cool ones. I got a cool Casio from the 80s. I got the first original Apple Watch, but this one is definitely the most unique one in the collection for sure now. A couple of years ago, I got a DM from Icebox in Atlanta, like that popular jeweler, and they asked me if I like needed any jewelry. So, you know, maybe I'll bring this into them. You know, get it bust down, get that bust down wrist camera. But yeah, I mean, I only ever use the camera on my phone to take pictures of my dog. So I figured I would try to take some with this. Okay, I feel bad because I woke Kiwi up from a nap so he could pose in my pictures, but he was sitting very still because he's a very good boy, and it had nothing to do with the fact that he was tired and confused. But after a minute or so, I got the shots. I took 2 pictures of him, and they honestly didn't turn out that bad. The only tricky thing with the wrist camera is you have to keep your arm like incredibly still while you take the photo, or else it's gonna look super blurry. And obviously it's a little cumbersome and awkward to use now because we're all so used to our iPhones. But back in 2001, this would have been a great little gadget to have to take pictures while you're on the go. The only other difficult thing about this watch is the file management. With iPhones, you can sort your photos by time, location, date, faces, but with the wrist camera, you could just scroll left or right. And it also takes an insanely long time to delete photos. To delete a photo, you need to hold down the top left button while on the photo you want to delete, then the bottom right to scroll down to the delete option, and then press the camera button to select the delete option, and then the bottom right button again to select the specified picture instead of deleting all of the pictures. Then you press the camera button again, press the bottom right button to scroll down to yes, press the camera button again, and then you wait. And then you wait a little bit longer. It's almost done. It'll be deleted in just a second. You wait just one more second and it's deleted. And I had to do this like 90 times because I realized the person who had this watch before me didn't delete any of the pictures on it. I'm not blurring these photos because they're fucked up or anything. I just don't want to put people in my video who don't want to be in my video. But it was mostly just really cute selfies of like an older gentleman. He looked really nice. Okay, sorry, my other microphone died.
All right,
so I gotta
let's put
use
this
my
head together.
iPhone like I'm a street interviewer. Gay son or thought daughter? Trick question. The answer is both. Okay, so after playing with this thing for a little bit, it's actually pretty cool.
Piece here.
That's what she said. I've been doing some research on how to get the pictures off of the watch onto a computer. Apparently, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a little scanner beside the lens that apparently can like transfer the images using like infrared or some shit. There's a PC link kit that was supposed to come with this in the original box that I don't have. And from what I'm reading on Reddit, it's just like a whole ordeal to get them onto the computer. But just like the other products, if I got this when it came out and I had everything that I needed to do it, I would have fucking loved this thing. This thing was awesome. It's like really cool. And it's just like fun, you know? Like, why aren't we doing this more? We need a camera on the Apple Watch, okay? I actually think I might wear this, like, in my everyday life. It's just kind of cool, you know? And it's a little conversation piece. But yeah, initial thoughts, wrist camera, 7 out of 10. Pretty cool. And after that wrist camera experience, my week was back on track. It made me feel a lot better. Also, around this point of the week, I did some more research on my handheld computer, and I discovered if you tap the little dot in the corner, an actual keyboard pops up that allows you to type a lot quicker. Thank God. So whenever I had an idea for a joke, I would just write it in my handheld. Okay, this is what I got. I won an award for having the biggest shoes. That's no small feat.
Boo.
I also wrote down horse girls are just car guys born in the wrong generation. You know, horses used to be cars. And then I put down, they say plants getting too much sun is bad for them. My dad never had that problem. It's an absent father joke. And I wrote down, I don't know if this is a joke really, but I wrote down, if you're allergic to peanuts and you're on death row, your last meal should just be a jar of peanut butter. You know, go out on your own terms. So, it's good for something, but a lot of the times I would think of a joke and forget to put it into my handheld. If only there was a device that could remind me of stuff like that. Alright guys, I think it's time to take a closer look at my little reminder. Got my cowboy table here. So my little reminder, it's small. I guess that's why they call it my little reminder. It's in the palm of your hand. It's got this fucking key ring thing on it, so you can put it on your keychain if you want. And I don't know if you can tell, but listen to this. It's pretty noisy, even if you take the key ring out. I'm supposed to put that on. It should be called My Little Maraca. You know, usually having a noisy product is fine if it's like a stereo or something, but for something that records audio, it's pretty detrimental to it. I'll record something really quick so you guys know what I mean. Milk, juice, butter, eggs. Every time you use it, you can hear the fucking clinking and clattering around. Every time I play an audio that I recorded on here, it sounded like I was wearing a suit of armor while recording the audio. The quality is just bad. Like, overall, it sounds like shit, but that's a flashbang. And there's only 3 buttons, and only 2 of them have to do with the actual reminding. It's either record or play. And it's weird because you can only really remind yourself of like one thing. Because like as soon as you press record, it immediately overwrites the previous recording. So it's like really not that useful. Like I don't see the appeal really. And this thing only records 20 seconds at a time. So like you couldn't even do a full grocery list. And I'll prove that to you. I want to see how long it would actually record if I just read out a standard regular list of groceries that I pretty much get every week or 2 weeks. 1 large cucumber. 2 tomatoes to put under the cucumber so they look like the cucumber's balls. 40 boxes of Cialis. 5 grams of weed from the cashier behind the grocery store when he's on his break. 1 large container of KY jelly. A bushel of bananas. A bottle of their finest scotch. Every Men's Health magazine they have available. See? And now it's done. And that's all you get. It just stopped. I still had 2 items on there. Whipped cream and sushi for me to eat off of my own naked body. But I assume if you have like severe memory issues, this could help out. But I still would like to try and use this for something. So I'm gonna go get a coffee order for me and my wife. I asked my wife what she wanted from the coffee shop and she said a small hot chocolate, please. So I recorded my order into my little reminder. Well, I mean, we're married, so it's our little reminder. Medium coffee, 2 cream, 2 sugar, and a small hot chocolate. I'll get a medium coffee with 2 creams and 2 sugars. Small hot chocolate, fuck! 2 sugars and a small hot chocolate. I'll get a medium coffee, 2 cream, 2 sugar, and small hot chocolate. I'll get a medium coffee with 2 cream, 2 chocolate, and small hot sugar.
That is the head done. And that's where I'm going to end it for tonight also. But let me just do a turnaround here. So each of these is individually articulated. No, I lied, they're not. It's all one thing. The ears are separate. I guess those are ears. I don't know, whatever you call those. No, these are ears. That's the rest of the mane. They can come out. This bit underneath can fold in or be out. The mouth can open. Cockpit can open. It's a bit loosely attached there. Not a fan of that. You've got the option of using a clear piece, but it was orange in the show, so that's what I'm going to keep. What I'm going to stick with. All right. Oh, and that bit can come up. This bit behind the head is bothering me. I can't do much about that now. Now without taking the whole head apart. But yeah, that's that. Get a picture of this. Just show the options here. Alright, then I'll do a video real quick here. Alright, folks, that is going to do it for tonight. Thank you very much for coming out. I will see you again, possibly Friday, I don't know. But soon. Until then, have a great night, and thank you for coming. Put that there, and that